8R, Ministry of Law, Mr. Murali Pillai.
Mr. Chairman, sir, I beg to move that the total sum to be allocated for Head R of the estimates be reduced by $100. Sir, I'm heartened to note the significant steps that the Ministry of Law has taken to strengthen access to justice in Singapore to the average man in the street and forging an efficient and trusted legal system over the past year. One major initiative which has received good reviews from members of the public is the iLab, which is a free legal chat box that provides legal information on 9 modules, which includes COVID-19 legal issues, monetary claims, in addition to the usual family law issues. There's been a very good take-up rate for this service. In 2021 alone, iLab registered 47,579 queries in 3,408 sessions. Sir, may I just stop? I think I've been allotted a wrong timing. I should have 6 minutes, sir. Okay, just...
Would you like less?
Okay. Okay, may I carry on, sir?
Yes, please.
I thought I saw a wrong timing just now.
Don't worry, I'll prompt you.
All right, sir. The feedback on these services is also good, averaging 4 out of 5 stars in the post-usage surveys. This achievement comes on top of other initiatives such as the operationalization of the Protection from Harassment Court with simplified processes allowing a person to navigate the system on his own without the need of a lawyer. And the Apostle Act, which was put into effect on 16 September 2021, which helped Singapore travelers easily get apostilles for their Singapore-issued vaccination records for travel to countries if so required as a condition of entry. These and other moves have enhanced access to justice and made our legal system more efficient and trusted. I have 2 suggestions that I hope the Minister would consider to strengthen this even more. First, the simplification of the probate and administration process. I've been advocating for change in this process, especially for non-contentious matters, for some time now. I suggested the Japanese Kobe key system, which does not involve courts, to be looked at. The vast majority of probate and administration cases are simple, yet the current system requiring executors or administrators to file applications in court is cumbersome and costly, as it involves lawyers in a Rube Goldberg machine of process. Several years back, the government agreed to look at my proposal to simplify the system. I would be grateful for an update, please. Next, to further strengthen access to justice for persons of limited means, I wish to propose that the current means limit of PCHI of 950, which was last adjusted in October 2019, be raised. Means testing is an important part of prudence in public spending. Balanced against prudence is the assurance that costs will not be an obstacle to access to justice. I noted that in the past 5 years, the total number of applications have reduced. Between 2017 and 2019, the applications were generally in their 9,000s. In 2020, the number went down to 7,722. In 2021, it went down further to 6,651. That's not all. I also note that the number of successful applicants have also gone down. Between 2017 and 2019, the average number of successful applicants is 6,180. For 2020, it went down to 5,466, and 2021, it went down even further to 4,928. So I'm very confused with the timing. I'll just pause here just to...
Just carry on.
I'm obliged, sir. The percentage of unsuccessful applications that did not satisfy the means test criteria is about 80%. This could mean that many well-to-do people are trying their luck, but looking at the benchmarks for income in the other parts of our policies on means testing, I do not think so. For example, in comparison, a person under the joint single scheme may apply for a public rental flat from HDB if his gross monthly salary does not exceed $1,500. Given that there's a capacity to take on more cases, I suggest that a study be done to review the PCHI and study the feasibility of revising it upwards. I also suggest that the ministry make it better known that there's a discretion given to the means test panel to waive the means test requirements when it's found to be just and proper to do so. I learned from MinLaw's recent response to my PQ that since 2019, when the amendments to the Legal Aid and Advice Act to provide for flexibility in providing legal aid was introduced, the means test panel only received 7 applications, of which 5 were approved. In the end, though, 2 withdrew, leaving only 3 applicants to proceed with their applications. In my respectful view, this is too small a number, given the demand for legal aid. I also checked the Legal Aid Bureau website and noted that the reference to this statutory discretion is respectfully rather cursory. I was not able to find a reference to the means test panel and the fact that the decisions of the panel can be appealed to the minister. The illustrations as to what constitutes just and proper circumstances are also rather limited. From time to time, our laws have to be updated in keeping with developments. I would be grateful if the minister could please outline his plans in this area. I would also like to make 2 proposals for his kind consideration. First, I propose that the ministry look at amending the Limitation Act 1959 to address the recent decision of the Court of Appeal to the effect that claims in unjust enrichment and restitution for wrongs are not covered under the Act. As a result, stale claims based on these causes of action may potentially be brought in our court. Next, I propose that the ministry review the merits of retaining the provisions of the Debtors Act 1934, which allows for judgment debtors to be committed to civil prison after an examination before a court on its ability to pay or satisfy the judgment debt. In my respectful view, this provision is anachronistic. It's not been used for, as I'm told, since 2013, pursuant to a response to my PQ recently. In any event, there exist provisions to deal with judgment debtors who are not forthcoming with honest answers or fraudulently remove their assets to frustrate judgment creditors. Mr. Chairman, sir, I've spoken on the need to capture all possible efficiencies, including from chatbots and new technologies, to ensure that the provision of justice remains a lean and streamlined process. That's tending to cost of supply. At the same time, we must look at demand for legal services and ensure access to justice for all. In this, I ask for us to review the means test. Last, I asked for a few smaller reviews to ensure that our laws are updated and made coherent with developments across the entire body of law. Together, they ensure that our legal system remains efficient, accessible, and coherent, all of which will go a long way towards maintaining and building up that trust that Singaporeans have in our laws.